Hello, people.
Well,
Welcome to National Quitters Day.
fuck this. We're done. We quit.
So, January 10th, as of today, the second Friday in January is traditionally when many people on New Year's resolutions come to the end and say, I quit. Whether it's just gym stuff, food stuff, alcohol. I know a lot of people do dry January where they try to go sober for a whole month. They change their diet fully crazy and like I'm cutting all carbs and sugars out and only gonna eat this or I'm
See
gonna go
why
on.
I didn't have a New Year's resolution? I don't have to quit nothing today.
Yeah, I was like, to me it just felt like a regular Friday to me. Like,
I didn't know it was a thing until like the other day.
yeah, I saw it on the news and they were telling people how to fix it, and I didn't agree with any of the options they gave them because it was kind of like they were babying them in the sense
Mm-hmm.
like it's okay to fall off for a day and then jump back on. And it's like, no, get better goals,
Yeah.
like get realistic goals.
I mean, I guess it's true. Like one day should not stop it, but also because it's not that big a deal. But like, if you're willing to quit that easily, then you weren't that committed.
Yes, but it's also like I'll have people that are like, oh man, I'm gonna give up all sugars for the rest of the year. come
No,
come
you're
on,
not.
come on, like for real, like be realistic.
I've done that where I went cold turkey on sugar, and I made it about 4 days, bro. Because like on the third day, it was like living hell, like bad. Like you just can't go cold turkey on shit like that. Like you, if you can't go cold turkey on meth, you can't go cold turkey on sugar. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
your,
it's not how an addiction works.
your brain
Because
reads.
essentially, it's just look. I told y'all when we didn't get to work out on Christmas Day because there was nowhere to go. I just didn't have pre workout, and that's usually the only caffeine I get in. So
Yeah,
around like 2 or 3 o'clock that day, I was like, "Why the fuck do I feel like shit? Like I feel like shit." And then I was like, "Oh, you haven't had caffeine today? I drank one Coke and I was fine."
yeah,
So it's an addiction at this point.
yeah. No, it really is. Like I always look back at like alcohol whenever I stopped, and like in my head it was like, man, I stopped that cold turkey, but I was like, no, Nick, you didn't. Like there was that day where you and Caleb were like, oh, you want to drink and go work out, go drink and work out. And I drank some twisted teas, came to the gym, felt like shit the whole day. And I was like, oh, okay. I always remember that in the back of my head. I remember I bought some BCAAs. They were Accent Sledge. They were whiskey cola flavor.
Mm-hmm.
And I drank those for like a month because it gave me the taste of it. So I was able to be like, oh, okay, I still got the taste of it still. But then after that, once I locked in so much of my discipline, then I was like, oh, I don't need a filler. The gym was my filler after that. Like, oh, that's my shit.
That's the alter. Like once you decide you don't want it no more, like
Yeah.
you don't want it, then
Yeah.
it's a different. Like you can cold turkey that shit. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it'll be 5 years on the 26th of January from. I
Yeah.
remember drinking a beer at the Royal Rumble, and I was like, I don't want this no more. I don't want it, and I haven't had any alcohol since.
And it's crazy because like when you like you said, when you think of it and it's like, I don't want this, that's when you can really agree to yourself like a contract, like, hey, I'm done. But that's
Mm-hmm.
why I feel like people with their goals, no matter what it is, it could be financial goals. It could be like, oh, I'm gonna
That's my
stop
goal.
spending
See,
money.
I'm still eating clean. That's my air fryer. That's my chicken. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm
That's what,
dedicated to that.
but I think that's like with our group, like most of us are pretty disciplined enough to where it's like we didn't set out like extreme goals, like, oh, bro, in like
Yes.
3 weeks, I'm gonna try to get a six-pack or some shit. It's like, nah, I'm gonna cut back my sweets or I'm gonna cut back my intake of zero sugar soda or some shit. Like nobody said like, hey, I'm not gonna drink a soda anymore in 2025. It was like, nah, instead of three, I'll have two, or I'll switch it
Yeah.
up, or like I'll drink
Or I'll
more
just
water.
add cardio, or
Yeah,
I'll take one serving of carbs away or something.
yeah. And it's like, okay, these are realistic goals that you can set. And I think that's especially for like new people like that are trying to make a life changing thing. I think it's like slow and steady. I always tell people like it's slow and steady, baby steps. Like
Well, I'm a big proponent of like if you're a newbie like to a fitness journey, like don't set goals,
yeah,
create habits. Because I think it's unfair for us to criticize people based on what we do because we to an extent have each other to hold each other accountable.
yeah,
Like if I was doing something today on a deload week that I wasn't supposed to, I had to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's also like, hey, bitch, you said this, so like I'm reminding you that you're not doing that. That's what we do to one another. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? We rub each other's nose in it, but it's also accountability, and it makes it easier for us because like I don't want to hear this shit, so I'm gonna not do that or I'm gonna do that. And for new people, they just don't have that. So create habits of going and then surround your people with yourself with people who are trying to do or have the same issues. You're like, fuck, how did you do this? How did you do that? Because that's how we got to be all good friends. It's like,
yeah.
hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? You know, you pick each other's brain. You listen to their trial tribulation. And you're like, okay, I get that because I'm going through that. Well, what did you do? And then you just take that information and do with it as you will. And that's what a journey is. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. Like talking to like you guys, like I was like, man, like this is a journey. Like it's a different life that you're choosing, but it's like I still remember the days like when I started because I've what 2 years, if that maybe, and it's I remember those first days. It was literally drink more water, Nate. Go to
Mm-hmm.
the gym, drink more
Mm-hmm.
water, go to the gym, and then once that was like, okay, going to the gym is like brushing my teeth now. Okay, now I can add on to that. Like, okay, do this workout this day, do this workout this day, do this workout this day. And then it was like, oh, what works best for me? And then I switched my whole workout up. And then now it's like, okay, well, what am I doing this day? And it's just building that foundation, like you said, starting off and
And then you
building
start then
habits.
you start tweaking your diet. It's like, okay, I need to eat this so I could do this, or I
Yeah.
need to eat. I can eat like this on this day because on this day I'm going to do that. It's so fucking random how all of that, like all of your life, kind of revolves around that one workout. It's like,
Yep. It's like I know what to eat. Oh, back's tomorrow. Okay. Oh,
yeah,
legs is tomorrow. Oh, it's like, and it's like I look even like with my cuts. Like my first cut, I mean, I just was eating different. I stopped drinking. Of course, I was gonna lose weight. I was being active. I was doing that. So when people are like, how'd you do it? I was like, I stopped drinking beer, bro. Like it's
yes,
crazy. Like I
stop drinking
stopped
that
eating.
macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, stop eating fast food every day, dog. I actually started cooking. There's this thing called chicken breast. I didn't know that, but it's like I didn't know it without a Popeyes only, but it's like okay, but then my second cut pretty much that's when like you and Ron were like, hey dude, watch your fucking fats, dog. Like watch your fats, watch your carbs. And I was like, oh yeah.
Sugar, yeah,
And then now it's like Ron, like he told me last time, he's like, dude, I ain't got work. Like you fuck if you fuck up, that's on you because you know what to do already. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I
yeah,
know what I'm doing. I know how I feel. I know when I need to eat. I know when my body's like, hey, like you need protein or this or that. Like, and like you always say, like once you get to a point, you just know. And I can
yes,
kind of see that because it's like I'll wake up, like I'll take a nap, and I'll be like, damn, I kind of feel like shit. I was like, oh, okay, I need to eat. Oh, okay, I need this.
yes.
Okay, I need that. Oh, I'm dehydrated. Okay, like, and it's like you just give your body what it needs, and you feel good, and it's like, all right, I feel better now. Like,
Yeah, your body's a machine, bro. Yeah, like yeah, big, fat, skinny, six pack, no six pack, tall, short. Like it's your machine. You're building it,
yeah,
and you just got to know. Like sometimes I feel like shit, and it's like, bro, I need vitamins or something. Like let's go. I need some fucking beans in my life. It's full of fucking iron or something. You know what I mean?
give me a bush.
You just do that shit day after day. You're beating on your body, fucking lifting heavy weights every day, and then you got shit to do. It's like, I'm not a pro athlete. I don't. I'm not carrying meals around me with me to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So then you skip a meal before you know. You're just like, fuck. I've been starving for like 4 hours, and then you finally get a meal in, and it's excessively large. You're like, oh, I probably shouldn't have did that. You're like, oh, fuck. You just gotta adjust it as you go.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing. Like, I always see. I know people that do it like I don't say professionally, but they have the means to meal plan, buy the meals. They're competitive, so it's like for me looking at them, I'm like, damn, that shit look good. but also I don't have the budget to do that and buy my meal plans. But I think like as a person, like it scares people because it's like, well, I don't have the money for that, so I can't do that. And that's why I tell people, bro, there's so many meals that you can make, even if it's a generic meal,
Yes.
and it's gonna
No,
give
to
you
me,
the
it has nothing to do with finances. It has more to do with my disciplines in regards to
yeah,
eating. Like, it's like I don't want to pack 6 of the same fucking meals to eat throughout this
yeah,
day and go run around doing all my shit throughout the day and
mhm,
yada yada yada. It's like I don't have that
yeah.
discipline. So then sometimes I'm at the mercy or whatever we're doing, and it's like, let's go get these tacos or
It's,
brisket. Anybody? You know
yeah.
what I mean?
But I think like too with it though, you know your discipline, and I think that's the thing. Like you're saying is
Yeah, I know not to get. I know like if it's like noon and it's my first real meal of the day, it's like, no, I'm about to pack on the proteins, get some clean carbs or whatever. We'll eat like shit later.
yeah,
And I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm pretty good about it. And like I said, it's like we all have vices, bro. You just got to get a handle of it. I'm a smoker. I smoke cigarettes, but 90% of the people around me never know because I never go smoke cigarettes. There's just
yeah.
certain times of the day where my body requires me to have nicotine and I handle my shit and then I go about my business. You know what I'm
For
saying?
the
It's the
longest,
same thing with my food.
yeah. For the longest, I didn't know you smoked cigarettes. I was like, there. I was like, he smokes. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, he never. We're here for 4 or 5 hours, and he's never leaving to go smoke a cigarette. Like,
Hmm.
I was like, but the minute he gets in his car,
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you just learn how to do life, do the
yeah.
journey. It's what it is.
And it's like I tell people, like they'll come to me and they'll be like, Nick, like, man, it's crazy you gave up drinking, bro. I don't know if I could do it. And I was like, you don't have to. I'm not telling you, hey, if you want to do fitness, you got to give up drinking. I'm not saying that. But for me, it made sense for me to give it up for me. And I was like, you can drink if you want to. The Rock talked about downing 4 tequila shots the other day and
I'm
shit. I
gonna
was like,
say, you know how long my fitness journey was on the end of a fucking Bud Light bottle? You know what I'm saying?
that's what I tell
Quavo
people.
1800. Like I used to be fucked up in there. We still have people show up fucked up. I have people
Exactly.
who will drink on the way in the gym and it not
Exactly.
bother them. You know what I'm saying? You just
Exactly.
gotta work.
And that's the thing. I think like it's when I like even with people with like food, they'll be like, damn, I ate bad. And then I was like, what'd you eat? And they'll be like, oh man, I had like 2 steak tacos. And I was like, all right, that's not terrible. Like, I mean, okay, well, what else did you have? And then they're like, why? You know, I didn't want to eat after that. So I just snacked on like a bunch of chips later. I was like, well, that was the part you
That's
fucked
the
up on.
bad. Yeah, for
There
real.
you go. Like you're leaning on this food that you just ate as the bad thing, but it's all that extra shit in between that and it's like yesterday I went to Dairy Queen because we had our haircut, ate Dairy Queen, but then I had 2 things of chicken from the other day. I heated them up, ate those, and I was like, boom, there's my protein. I ate bad. So when we get home, I gotta eat tuna. I gotta eat this, I gotta eat that to make up for it. And it's just what you have to do. Like I feel like you're
Yeah,
either
like
gonna
I've been eating clean all week. Chicken fish, fucking clean shit. Some meals, no carbs, bullshit, 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 bullshit. Today I was like, you know what? I have nothing to do. It's raining. Get high, go Chinese buffet. I carbo loaded today. Now I get to lift stupid heavy tomorrow because I knew my body needed that for
yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, yeah, you're gonna need that for
Plus,
sure.
we did a ton of cardio today. I digress. You did a ton of cardio. I did
You,
some cardio.
you played basketball though, so that was
Yeah, but still.
yeah. I was like, that cardio in itself is in the cold. Fuck that.
Yeah, it was cool.
Nah, and I think like we always put it to fitness, but like I have people that'll be like, man, I want to like save money. I want to do this. I want to do that. And like that was my biggest thing. Like I always told myself, I was like, I want to pay my credit card off. Like that's my
Mm-hmm.
goal right there. Like the shit I did in my 20s, like nah, fuck that. Like we're gonna pay it off. And I always knew I could. I just had to be disciplined with my money, which I started to do last year. So it wasn't like New Year's resolution, I'm gonna do this. It was like, no, I was already putting those into place in September. So when it
So,
came to January, I was like, I'm good. Like,
so essentially, what you're saying is people who quit because we relate everything back to fitness, but I'm talking about generally speaking, people who quit that easily, especially people who congregate together to quit. That's more of a personality trait.
yes, Yeah.
Where I'm from, we call you bitches. Uh,
And I think it's also like who you are, who you hang out with.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Like like you said back at like later on in the video, like we hold each other accountable, like, and that's in not just fitness and other stuff. Like we'll say some shit like, I mean, Ron every day he's like, I want to get to work early, and then we'll be fucking like, hey
Yeah,
bro, it's time,
yeah,
dog. And like it's a joking thing, but we know how much he wants to get to work, dude, get his overtime, this and that. So it's like, hey, dude, like, we're gonna hold you accountable to it. It's like some of us say we gotta do stuff, and it's like, hey, you gotta go do it. All right, dog. Like, and I think it's just that because like my group for me, luckily, like outside of the gym and inside the gym now is like they hold each other, like we hold each other accountable. So I get held accountable on two fronts. So I love it. But like
hmm
growing up in my 20s, I really wasn't. I was the one that would have to keep everybody accountable. So I was like, who fucking keep me accountable for? And it's like you just kind of like,
yeah.
eh,
It's a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like we call ourselves a group of killers, but not literally. But like,
yeah,
no, we're about our shit. We handle our business. Everybody does. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And all the people we get frustrated with, they don't. When you have to have the same conversation with people over their same problems, it's like, bitch, you're the problem. Quit telling me about what somebody else did because you're the problem.
It's like either you suck it up and make a change, or you'll have that same problem from
What's that
January to December.
saying? You accept what you don't change.
Yeah,
You can change it. I don't know. I think you were right earlier. Once you're fed up with something, you'll make a change. But like, I don't think you should quit anything on account of something hard, especially like a promise you made to yourself. Because if you won't keep a fucking promise to yourself, who can ever entrust you to keep a promise to them?
it's true.
Because it's a personality trait. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you won't,
Yeah,
I used to tell you this all the time about certain people. It's like if you won't do it for you, I can never expect you to do it for me.
yeah. I mean, that's that's fucking
You know what I'm
truth.
saying?
You even got your own back. So what the fuck?
Yeah, that's exactly the truth. If you can't have your own back, how you gonna get mine?
It's like, damn. All right, we both stuck out the cold bit. Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how like crazy the numbers were, but then I look back and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people that, "Oh, I'm gonna quit," and it's like, oh man, there's always next time, there's always this, and it's like, no, y'all are okay beating mediocre, but when
Mm-hmm.
you meet people that are not like, when you meet people that are like, no, fuck that, and then you start building that mindset with them, it's like, oh shit, like,
You know, it almost it's unfortunate that that's a personality trait or a mindset that probably has nothing to do with a lot of people. They were just raised up in a loser environment. No disrespect, but like it just makes it feel like maybe it's not made for everybody to succeed. Because and I don't feel bad in that statement because it's like don't fucking be mad at me because I beat you or or I got up on you because I was disciplined or I did this or
yeah,
did this shit you didn't want to. You know what I mean?
it's like every
You're bad.
when people are like, man, y'all are so lucky for what? Man, y'all are so lucky, dude. Y'all get a y'all come in here, y'all are having fun, you're working out. I was like, you can do the same thing, dog. You do
How
the
many
same thing.
people? And I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. I'm nobody specific. How many people have I offered just come hang out
A
and
lot.
they did it?
Yeah.
Goose egg. None of them ever come. It's like, bro, you don't have to live. You just come hang out. Or you
Yeah.
can live, just live what you want. You know what I'm saying? Just be in the, just come on. Nobody comes. It's like, you don't want it, you don't want it. Or maybe Ron's right. Maybe there's something mentally wrong with a lot of us and we congregate to each other and we just want it more.
That could be it. Cause I meet a few
So maybe
people.
the other people aren't the fucked up ones. We're the fucked up ones.
It probably is true. Cause I mean, there's a community for both for sure. And we are
True.
the minority for sure whenever I look online about stuff. But it
Ooh,
what
see,
now?
you're correct in that
Yeah.
statement because it's an untapped market. What I mean by that, bro, is a lot of people don't know what we're talking about, like what it is. To us, it is like we say, it's the environment.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, I want that. But it's like, no, you think that you're going to get what I got because you're lifting what I lift. And then you're still miserable. It's like, you're fucking miserable because you aren't as giggly and happy and talking shit like us. But it's just because you're competing with me. You're trying to be
Yeah.
me. I don't want to be you, though. You don't want to be me. I'm a piece of shit too. Just come be a piece of shit
Yeah.
with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just be you and let a motherfucker like you for you, all pieces of shit like pieces of shit. Like, you're fine. Just be you.
That's,
None of us are perfect.
and that's the thing. I think like with us in the group, all of us are competing with ourselves. Like there's competitiveness in the group where it's like when we start lifting and like you'll see like, oh shit, oh you got under that, oh, I'm gonna get under that too. Fuck it. And but it's a fun competitive.
Yeah, but it's not one of those things where, like, if you do what I do or if you beat what I do, I'm like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
better than you.
No. Yeah.
You're a piece of shit. You're a bitch. You're not.
Yeah.
No, it's like, no, it's like, I
Yeah.
did it. Now you got to raise
Yeah.
your game up to get to
And
me.
it,
But I'm going to help you.
yeah.
I'm going to help you
Yeah.
beat me. Is the, you know
It's
what I'm
like,
saying?
hey, I got up here. Here's my fucking hand. Grab it. I'm gonna help you get up here too. And that's what I like because like when people on the outside look in, they're like, damn, y'all are like competitive. It's like, no, like honestly, talking to everybody in the group, it's really you versus you. Like half of the time, like you're competing with your damn self. Like just hearing the conversations that we have with everybody, they're like, it's always, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to be better than I was this time. It's never, I'm trying to be better than him or I'm trying to be better than him. It's always you. It's like, what can I do to be better myself in 20? And like everybody this in the whole group was like, in 2025, it's our year. It's the year that we all are going to be better. The year that we are all going to hit PRs. The year that we all are going to reach our goal. Like, it's never been the competitive, like, I'm better than you. It's like, hey, if you make it before me,
No.
hell yeah. I love that shit. And that's how that's
Fuck
why
yeah.
it's good, like the group that we have, because it's just like it's fun. It's like I love seeing like I mean even on YouTube.
It's because that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like I always told you, you can never be to your birth family who you are to your gym family. Like, you're a different person. Like, you created this monster over here that they'll
Yeah,
never give you. Your real family will never, like, you're good because your dad sees you working. But like I told you, like, we go to our family and they're like, I don't give a fuck
yeah.
about a deadlift.
At, at Christmas,
Who gives a fuck? Like, take the
yeah,
trash out. Yeah, you know what I'm
yeah, like, I
saying.
don't care.
So when you go, if you go to the your gym family and you don't give your best effort once you're like locked in, because like our group is locked in,
Yeah,
right? You're not only quitting on yourself if you quit, you're quitting
yeah,
on them. You know what I'm saying? If I told y'all I don't want to work out no more, I'm not coming to the gym no more, just because I don't. It's too much work. Like, y'all couldn't, y'all would be heartbroken as much as I would,
yeah,
because you're like, no, fuck that. Like, what are you doing, you piece of shit? Y'all would rather see me smoke crack or something than quit the
yeah.
gym. You
Like
know what
what
I'm saying?
the hell's going on with it, man?
Yeah.
It, I mean, yeah, I think it's
The point is you gotta, if you want to change your life, don't fucking quit.
yeah,
You can't have a goal and quit. The end goal always is the same, stays the same, but the game plan changes. If you have a bad day, don't make it two. I tell you all the time, I don't feel like working out today. I'm gonna just sit here, and then I don't need to tell y'all anymore. It's like, I don't have two bad
yep,
days. Get it the next day. Get it back. Owe it to yourself. And eventually you'll find your fucking lane. You'll find your group. You'll find your friends. You'll find your bros. You'll find your sisters, wherever the fuck they are to you. And then you want to go. Like, you don't have to ask us to go. Now we just want to go. When you have to sit there and have a conversation with one of your gym bros on how to structure his workout week so he can still hang out with you on Saturday, but he don't want to miss a day, but he should, that's when you know, that's when you're really fucked up like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's excessive. You don't have to get there, but it's a good problem
yeah,
to have, because you're just like, all right, let's congregate. How can we all hang out and lift on Saturday?
yeah.
You know?
It's like if I move this around, if I change this work at this time, and that's usually how it is. Like, I mean, it just works for us. Like, I guess Ron is right. We got some problems, and
No, it's not that. It's
yeah,
us. Like, there's other people who we're super cool with, but they don't really work out with us because they don't
yeah,
fit that vibe. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll see them talking to somebody else, and you're like, oh, they're both cool, and they're getting along. It's like, oh, I
yeah,
get it. I
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, I get it because I know both you personally. You just don't jive with how the fuck
Yeah.
we operate. But you'll find. I'm telling you, you'll find your
Yeah.
friends.
You'll find some good people. And man, like Kevo sent me a video today, and it was like he's like, man, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was Slim Thug. He was like, club played out. He goes, gym, that's the new club right there. He goes, that's the place you're gonna meet your people that you congregate with, people you're gonna make business moves with. He goes, that's people you're gonna find girls or guys, wherever you want. He goes, people dress nice, people dress like crazy. He goes, it's just the new spot. He goes, and you're bettering yourself. He goes, what can you ask for?
You know, it's unfortunately that I don't even want to say unfortunately, but that's actually the truth. Just think about it today. Like when I showed up and Ron was on the bullshit leg extension, I go over there, start a conversation, and then you come over there, you're in the conversation. Rufus comes over there, he's in the conversation. This old dude over there I'm talking to on this machine, this gay dude over here is talking to us. It's like 7 people who otherwise weren't talking until we were like, fuck
Yeah,
this, we're having a conversation. It's just like a community center in that
yeah,
bitch now. And then you get that one random ass person who want to do a set, like, are y'all using that? And like, oh fuck, now we got to use
yeah.
our
Let's
machine
get back.
now.
Yeah,
But yeah, it works. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the environment. You create the environment you want. Some dude today at the gym, he was looking for some shit, and everybody in there was telling him, "Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just go about your business. Don't disturb the peace."
yeah. You've messed the flow up, bro. It was nice. It was
Yeah,
chill.
the feng shui's all fucked
Yeah,
up now.
it was
Yeah,
very.
we was in here laughing.
I said we were having fun, cracking jokes, and then boom, man. Yeah, don't be that guy.
That's the real lesson we ought to do a video on. I'll teach you motherfuckers how to read the room. Like, listen, you could have a dope ass gym, dope ass people and everything, but there's gonna be fucking people who don't like you, and there's gonna be people you don't like, but you don't want to tell them. And you have to know when people don't fuck with you, just go about your business and find somebody else to fuck with. There's a lot of people here. You don't have to talk to just me.
Yeah, that will be our next video. How to read the room in the gym. 'Cause I
Yes,
see it a lot, and how to when not to talk to people in the gym. Man.
for sure. But don't quit, people. Don't quit. Don't be a loser your whole life. Keep going. You owe it to yourself.
Make the change.
What would Jesus say? What would Jesus say?
I mean, that is,
I guess that don't work if you don't believe in
yeah.
Jesus, but it works for me.
Whatever you believe in, just do it for yourself. Do it for them. Do it for it. It's a journey. It's not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's the easiest shit ever. You're gonna have days where you don't want to do shit. Those are the days you definitely should go work out.
But even if it's not fitness, don't fucking
Yeah.
quit. Like,
Oh man, I wanna save money. Okay. Figure out ways. Do some studying, figure out
yeah,
ways to do better. Like, oh, I'll cook on these days. I'll stop going out on these days. I'll switch up the restaurants I go to. Like, there's certain things you can do to like save money here.
yeah.
It's like, well, any last words, Zach?
Hakuna Matata
It's a wonderful phrase. All right.
means no worries.
All love, people. Stay warm. It's a cold one out here. Hopefully you do not quit. If you got any questions or comments, drop them down below. All love from us. We are out of here. Later.